Right, okay, so let me know guys if you're able to see my screen. Right, you can see my screen, right, guys? Guys, can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, done. I just started the VM, so just give me a minute. Anyone tried configuring mirroring, guys? Anyone tried configuring mirroring? No one, huh?
I did.
Okay, nice. Nice. Okay, right, okay, fine. I'm just waiting this resource to be down so that we can start our discussion. Right. So in the last class, we discussed about the mirroring, right? So mirroring, how to configure mirroring, what is mirroring, how many mirroring modes are there, right? What is synchronous mode, what is asynchronous mode, high safety with automatic failover, high safety without automatic failover, high performance mode, right? We have also discussed the challenges of log shipping and advantages of the mirroring, and even we discussed the challenges of the mirroring as well. And we have also covered like how to monitor the mirroring. Some part we just covered using the mirroring monitor. So these things we covered in the morning session, guys. Okay, so today we'll complete the pending things in the mirroring and we'll jump into the a replication topic, guys. Okay, replication topic. So in the morning I gave you one assignment kind of thing, like in case if I want to add an extra data file, okay, if I want to add an extra data file, whether that is possible or not. If it is possible, is my mirroring up and running, or the mirroring is going to be broken? How, what is the concept involved in that? What and all precautions you have to take before adding a data file? Okay, so let's discuss that scenario, guys. So anyone tried, anyone Googled whether we can add extra data files? Can we add extra data files to the principal database, guys? Can we add extra data files to the principal database? Just guess it, guys. Can we add extra data files to the principal server database?
Yes, we can add.
We can add. Okay. So in case if we add, what kind of precautions we have to take? If we add a data file, okay. So on the secondary side, if you add a data file on the principal side, whether the same change is going to be replicated on the mirror database as well, or on the principal you will have two data files, but on the mirror it is not going to be replicated. You can see only one data file. How it is going to work, guys? Any idea on that?
Do we have to take up a separate backup of that file and then restore it in the mirror database?
Okay. Right. Okay. So this is one important scenario, guys. Sometimes they might ask you in the interview, Right. Okay. Let me open this draw IO. Okay. So that you will get a clarity. So the answer is you can add extra data files on the principal side. And when you add extra data files, not only for mirroring guys, in the log shipping, in every HADR concepts, you can add data files, okay, on the particular primary server. But the thing is, when you add extra data file, whether that change is also going to be synchronized with the mirror database or not. That is the main thing. If you add an extra data file to the principal database, for example, this is one database. Till now, one data file and one log file is there. Now someone added an extra data file to this database. So when they added an extra data file to this database, whether that change is going to be replicated on the mirror side or not, that is the main thing. So what do you think, guys? Is it going to be replicated on the mirror side if you add any data file?
I mean, based on the reflect.
Based on what, Salman?
I mean, it will reflect on the mirror side, I believe.
Okay. Right. Okay. So let's discuss, guys. Okay. So generally it should reflect, but it will reflect in one condition. So what is that condition? Let me show you live. Okay. So that you will get a clarity, guys. Okay. Let me show you that one. So is agent mandatory for mirroring, guys? Is agent mandatory for mirroring?
Agent job is basically to backup, restore, and all. So I don't think agent will be mandatory
Okay.
in mirroring. In log shipping, it is mandatory because log copy job and restore job is there. But here there is no job, right? Because the data transfer based on the log records, not the log backup file.
Correct. Okay. So agent is not mandatory in the mirroring, guys. Okay. If the agent is down, still your okay mirroring will be up and running, guys. Nothing will happen to your mirroring. Agent is not mandatory for the mirroring, guys. Okay. I have a quick question for all of you. Just to try it. Can I configure log shipping and mirroring on the same database?
Oh, not possible.
Can I configure log shipping and mirroring on the same database? This is the assignment I'm giving you guys. Okay, so just try it whether it is possible or not. Not for the same, okay, secondary database, for the different
It's possible,
secondaries.
sir.
For the different secondaries. Okay, I'm not saying for the same Airtel database. Okay, on Airtel you can configure log shipping and mirroring, whatever it is. Okay, so on Airtel you configure log shipping. On Airtel you configure mirroring also with the different destinations. I mean to say the destination server is different and the destination database is different. Okay, so is it possible? Can I
Yes, sir.
configure log shipping and mirroring on the same database? Anyone tried?
Can you repeat the question, Sharma?
Can I configure log shipping and mirroring on a same database?
Not possible.
Okay, try it and let me know. Okay,
Sir, it is possible, sir.
yeah. So let's see. Just try it, guys. You know, right, how to configure log shipping. You know how to configure mirroring. Just try it whether it is possible or not. Check and let me know. Okay. Check the services here. Let it be. In the meantime, let's go to primary. It is taking time. Right. Say for example, this is my principal database. Okay, this is my principal database. So now I'm trying to add one data file to the principal database, guys. I'm not going to add now, but I'll try to add one data file. Okay, I'll generate a script of adding data file. Files. I'm adding one file. Okay, 8tel f2. I'm adding one data file 8tel f2. Right, 8tel underscore f2. Okay, 8tel underscore f2. Right, if I click OK, automatically file will be added. Okay, so in which location the file will be added, guys? In which location the file will be added? In this location, in data location, the file is going to be added. Right, now if you see here, listen carefully. Now if you see here, what is the file path? C program files, Microsoft SQL Server, MS SQL 15.b51 Hyderabad, SQL 2019, MS SQL data. Okay, so let's generate a script for this activity. Let's generate a script for this activity, guys. So now let me check whether the script is generated or not. Yeah, it is taking time. Right, okay, so this is the command, guys. What is the command? Alter database, database name, okay, add file, name is equal to, this is the name, file name, and location you have to give, right, to which location you want to add the file. So this is my location, guys. Now can you guess it, guys, when I execute this query, what will happen exactly? Can anyone tell me? And if you see here, guys, principal disconnected, it is showing. Can anyone tell me what is the reason why it is showing principal disconnected?
A secondary server we haven't connected.
Not connected or like not running?
Services
running.
are not up.
Yeah, secondary
Secondary
services are
mirror
not
database.
yet. Yeah, secondary server is not yet up. So that's why it is showing, okay, disconnected. So in case if the secondary is down, generally what you can see is, okay, so let me refresh whether browser is running or not. It's not running. So let's start this browser service as well. Okay, fine. So now as the secondary is not up and running, so that's why till now it is showing disconnected. But if you refresh now, I think it should be fixed, guys. Okay, synchronized. Now it is showing synchronized. So let's connect to the secondary server, guys. Okay, so my secondary server is like this, 02p connect. Listen carefully. This is the scenario. Okay, so when I click execute, what exactly it will happen, guys? Can anyone tell me? When I click execute, when I just hit execute button, what will happen in the back end? Guess it, what will happen in the back end? This is the query, guys. Okay, let me drag it little bit left side so that you can see the complete query.
It will not get the path of that specified path.
I think already file has been added, no?
No. I
Oh.
didn't click on OK. Okay, I just clicked.
Okay.
I just added the file and I clicked cancel. Okay, so the file is not yet added.
And the file will be added.
File will be added on the which server?
This
Primary.
server.
On
Primary.
only primary, only on principal or on both the servers?
Principal, only principal,
Only
not,
principal.
Okay,
not mirroring, because the path will invalid for mirroring.
right. Very good. Okay. So now if you see, this is the path, guys. This is the path. This is the actual path. Okay. Here in this path, generally we can see all the database data files. You can see one data file. This is master data file. I'm sorry, MDF for 8tel and this is your log file for 8tel database. Okay. So now I'm adding one more file, right? 8tel underscore f2. I'm adding. So when I click execute, automatically the file will be added on the principal side, guys. But on the mirror side, what will happen? Listen carefully. When the database is participating in the mirroring or log shipping, okay, or always on, whatever queries you will run on that particular database, the same query will execute on the secondary side also. Okay. So now you are just running this alter database name add file. So when you run this command alter database database name add file, that is the command, right? So when you run this command on the principal, what will happen? What will happen, guys? So it will add the file. As per the change, it will add the file. Then principal will send this command to the mirror side. Okay, principal will send this command to the mirror side. If you observe, what is the path, guys, it is showing? What is the path it is showing? C program files, Microsoft SQL Server, MS SQL 15.b51 Hyderabad SQL 2019, right? So the same query will be executed on the principal, right? The same query will be executed, including path, the same query will be executed on the principal, and the same query will be, okay, and the same query will be transferred to the mirror side. So the same query will be executed on the mirror side as well. So what will happen when the same query is trying to execute on the mirror side? What will happen, guys? It will be failed. Why? Why? Because the path it is showing here, this is for Hyderabad instance. You don't find this path on your mirror server. So that is for Singapore database. One data center is Hyderabad data center, HYD, and another data center is Singapore data center, SGP. So the path in the secondary server is different and the path on the primary server is different. In this scenario, the file will be added on the principal side, but the same transaction will be failed on the mirror side. Clear, guys? If one transaction is failed, your mirroring will be suspended. Your mirroring will be suspended or disconnected. I told you, right? This is like synchronous. So all the transactions has to be transferred to the mirror side and it should be executed. If something happened on the mirror side, if it can't execute due to some other reasons, the transaction will block all other transactions. So in this scenario, your mirroring will be disconnected, guys. In this scenario, your mirroring will be disconnected. So what is the fix for this? So now let me show you the live example. Now I am executing this command on the principal side. Now it is showing synchronized, right, which is healthy. Okay, now on the mirror side also it is going to show you mirror synchronized. Okay, so that means which is healthy, guys. Okay, which is healthy. Right, now I am executing this query. Now observe it, guys. Now see, command completed successfully, right? So you don't get any issues on the principal side. It will be successfully executed. And you can see file 2 also added. Earlier you can see only data file and log file. Now file 2 also added. Now see here. Now just refresh this. Now if you go and check the secondary database, let me go to the secondary server, Windows E, this PC, the path, go to that path and check, guys. Definitely there is no such path, right, to check, but let's check in the default path itself. Okay, so this is the path. Right, can you see? How come it was added? Guys, someone asked tough file, right? Tough file.
I'll see.
Yeah. So yesterday day before yesterday we discussed about tough file. So it will be created in the data location, guys. It will be created in the data location. Okay.
Actually, I missed the session, so
Yeah, you missed the session. Even that was a wrong session was uploaded, guys. So which is showing 40 seconds only. Again, I re-uploaded the session. Okay, so it will be available. Okay, it will be available. The Friday evening session will be available. Right. So now, guys, it is showing. It is showing like Airtel underscore F2. Now you can see the same file on the mirror side as well. How it is possible? It should be failed, right? it should be failed. Actually, it should be failed. Why? Because the path is here. Here, when you add a data file, generally, whatever file it is you are adding on the principal side, the same query is going to be executed on the mirror side as well. So on the mirror side, there is no such query, right? There is no such path, right? Generally, it will be failed. But here in this scenario, it is still creating the new data file. Okay, so now let's do like this. Okay, now let's do like this. What I'm doing now, I'm going to create one folder. Okay, I control shift N. So Airtel data files. Okay, I just created this file. So take the path. Okay, copy this, or else we can just browse it and we'll add it. So now see here, guys. Okay, synchronized and synchronize it, let it be. Okay, again open this primary, go to this properties. Okay, it was opened, right? So now I am trying to, let me click OK first. It's already executed, right? Okay, already executed, fine. Let me click cancel and let me open the database properties. Okay, so now files, you can see two data files, one log file. Let me add one more data file. I'm adding third data file, Airtel_F3. Okay, primary, and I am not going to add the default location, guys. Okay, I'm not going to add the default location. Okay, so I just created one folder, right? Let me go to that particular folder. This is my folder. Okay, Airtel data files. Click OK. Okay, now let me execute this. Okay, let me script out this and then I'll execute. Let me script out this and then I'll execute.
You didn't put a file name.
Not required. Okay, it is going to take automatically. No need to add any file name.
Okay.
Yeah. So let me click cancel. Now you can see Airtel database alter database name Airtel, add file name is equal to Airtel_F3, file name is equal to, this is the file name. See, it was added automatically, Airtel_F3.ndf. No need to add, okay, the file name from your side. Physical file name automatically it will be created. Okay, size. So if you execute this query, what will happen? If you execute this query, let me execute this query on the principal side. So I'm just executing this query. It was successfully executed. Now see this. See, what might be the reason? In the first case, it is not
Path
suspended.
mismatch.
Yeah, in the first case, it was successfully executed, but in the second case, it was showing suspended. So what is the reason, guys, here? What is the
It's
reason?
not getting the path.
Now you have to
specified path.
troubleshoot. Yeah, now you have to troubleshoot. How you'll start troubleshooting here?
Check the log.
We need to change the mode from synchronous to asynchronous.
Okay. If you change the mode from synchronous to asynchronous mode, what will happen?
This mirror become
principal, huh? Right. So here you know the reason, guys. Here, what is the problem here? So when you execute this query, the same query is trying to execute on the secondary, right? So do we have this kind of folder or directory on the secondary server, guys?
No, we need to create and make the same thing.
Right. So we don't have this kind of folder. There is no such folder in the secondary. There is no such folder in the secondary. So that's why when you just execute automatically, okay, so on the primary side, it was created in the location that we just created, Airtel_F3. But on the secondary side, there is no such directory, right? So as there is no such directory, automatically, okay, automatically, this will be, the mirroring will be suspended, guys. What is the solution here? What is the quickest solution that you can fix, guys? What is the quickest solution that you can fix?
You need to create a folder in that
Okay.
directory in the secondary.
If you create a folder, automatically it will be fixed, or we have to do any other things?
And we need to run the
You need to run the
politician would be so blind to at least the appearances of impropriety can make it. For example, one of the new allegations accuses Menendez of accepting cash and gold who was indicted in 2018 on banking-related conspiracy charge. In the world that most of us live in, which is ruled by common sense and not the.
Getting a lot of disturbance, guys. iPhone, please be muted.
It's the same address, is the same.
The other way.
We have your,
Okay, I just muted iPhone. Okay, if you have anything, just right. Okay, so here the solution is, guys, you have to create a path in that secondary server. But even though you created a path, such kind of path, still what will happen, you know, it is not going to be fixed automatically. Now let me create a folder, Control Shift N. What is the folder name, guys? Airtel data files, right? Data files. So now you don't see any data file here, guys. You don't see any data file here. So now if you see here, even though you created a folder, okay, even though you created a folder.
Shanmukh, you have mistakenly typed in for AirTEL, you have written TAL.
TEL. Okay, let me check that part. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Right. Okay. So now this is the Airtel data files, right? Let me validate with the primary Airtel data files. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Right. So now even though I created the same path, still it is not going to be fixed, guys. So what is the fix for this? Can anyone tell me what we can do to fix this issue? What we can do to fix this issue, guys?
Can we see if we can we have to check in the error logs to see what we're finding there, and that might help give us a pointer as how we can fix that.
I think delete and recreate that folder.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So go to this primary principal database. Okay. Once you created that path, go to the mirroring page. Sorry, that is log shipping page. Go to mirroring page. Okay. So
we can resume.
Yeah. Click on resume. Okay. So if you click on resume, so again it will try to what I can say, re-establish, and again it will try to push the same kind of queries, pending queries. So once it finds the path on the secondary server side, so automatically the issue is going to be fixed, guys. See, now it is showing synchronized again. Okay, so if you go and check the secondary database, secondary folder, Airtel data files, okay, so now the file is already created. So see here, two things you have to remember, guys. If the file, the first case, if the file is default location, no issues, guys. But if you are adding a data files to the custom locations, okay, so the major prerequisite, the major thing that you have to check before adding any files in the principal or in the always on. So you have to check, this kind of scenario will come in the always on also, guys. Okay, you have to check while adding any data files on the principal side manually. So make sure paths are existed on both the servers. Same paths with the same drive letters with same folder should be existed. If not existed, create the path. If not existed, create the path on the secondary server side, and then you can able to fix the issue, guys. So only thing that you have to consider before adding data files on the principal side, guys, if anyone is asking you to add extra data files, or there is a case that already the existing data files are full, you have to add extra data file in another drive, which is participating in the mirroring. The database is participating in the mirroring, but the existed data files are completely full. There is no way now. So what you can do, you have to add an extra data file. So, but the database is already participating in the mirroring. So if the database is already participating in the mirroring or log shipping, the same condition, either in the log shipping also same condition, make sure while adding a data file, make sure the paths are existed on the same servers with the same drive letters and same folders, guys. Otherwise, it will be failed. So this is one thing that you have to remember before adding a data file, guys. Okay, clear? So this is how you can add a data file. Sometimes in some scenarios, if paths are different and all, so definitely it is going to be failed, guys. So can we add different paths in principal and mirror? Is it possible? Is it going to allow us to add files in different paths? Can we add files in different paths in principal and mirror? Is it going to allow us?
Possible, but path
Path should be
in
same,
primary
right?
and
Path should be same, right? So remember this question, the same question will ask you in the always on, guys. So whether even though the paths are different, still can we add data files or not? Okay, even though the paths
Yeah,
are
we can.
different. How?
And also on the primary side, you know, the different, not the
Just a minute.
primary data file, but the other secondary data file
Just a
on
minute.
the
Sorry, guys. Just a minute. Just a minute. I'm changing my network, so voice is breaking. 1 minute. Just a minute, please. Guys, can you hear me?
yes,
Yes.
Shan.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay. So yes, tell me, Salman, you are saying something.
So I was saying, suppose during the initialization of high availability for any database in log shipping, mirroring, or always on, if we don't have enough space on secondary server, mirror server, right?
Yeah,
So we can restore the database on different drive,
correct.
and we can initialize the the database, right?
Yes.
The
But
path will be
later,
different.
after initialization, later,
So
after initialization. Yeah,
after initialization, you mean to say to adding another data file on the
correct,
primary,
correct. And
right?
another location on the secondary.
So that I did not try, but I think it will not possible because during the initialization it was possible, and I can see two different, primary
Paths.
there is different path and secondary is a different path.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this will be discussed during the always on. Okay. So that is possible, guys. Okay, that is possible. So even after synchronization also, initial data synchronization also, that is still possible. So you can add data files and I mean to say data files to different locations in primary as well as different locations in secondary also, even after initial data synchronization. Okay, so this will be discussed during the always on concept. So mirroring monitor. So one more query that we are going to use regularly, guys. Sometimes if the servers are taking too much time to synchronize the data, okay, and if the latency, if users are complaining about the latency, And last time we discussed it, right? So we can see some oldest transactions, oldest unsent log. So if you see such kind of complaints, what you can do, guys, there is a common troubleshooting step. Okay, what is the common troubleshooting step? You can restart the endpoint. So in mirroring, to fix the latency issues and all, generally you can restart the endpoints. How to restart the endpoints, guys? So to see the endpoints, we'll use select star from sys.endpoints. Okay, so this is one query that we are going to use, okay, to see the endpoints. So now here, if you see alt X, so you can see the mirroring endpoint, guys. This is our mirroring endpoint. Sorry, this one. The last one is our mirroring endpoint, and you can see database mirroring. Okay, so description is database mirroring. So sometimes if the database is not synchronizing, or if it is showing suspended or disconnected, okay, if it is showing suspended or disconnected, what you can see, generally whatever troubleshooting steps you will follow the troubleshooting steps, guys. Other than that, what you can do, you can also restart the endpoints, guys. If users are complaining about the latency, or else like unsent log is too high, generally you can restart the endpoints. Restarting endpoints doesn't need any downtime and no need to take any approvals also. You are just restarting the endpoint. So how to restart the endpoint? Alter endpoint name. What is the endpoint name, guys? Mirroring is the endpoint name. Alter endpoint name. State is equal to, currently it is running, right, which is started. Okay, currently it is started. So what you have to do, guys? Stopped. Okay, state is equal to stopped. So that if you stop it, see, so now the endpoint is stopped, guys. So when the endpoint is stopped means you just closed the door. Okay, you just closed this door, guys. What you did, you just closed this door. So this is our door. 1 minute, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. Yeah. So you just close this door. Once the door is closed, can you synchronize the data, guys? Is it possible to synchronize the data? So not possible, right? If you go and check, now you can see currently it is showing principal synchronized, right? So if you see, it is going to show you principal disconnected. And even this also going to show you disconnected, guys. Disconnected. So why? Because if the endpoints are stopped, that means you just closed the doors of the server. I mean to say the ports you just closed. So it is not going to synchronize any data. So what we can do here, you can start the endpoint, guys. Alter endpoint name. Mirroring state is equal to, what is the query? Started. Okay, alter endpoint name, guys. The same troubleshooting steps will apply in the always on also. In the always on also, that's why I'm discussing now itself. In the always on, if users are complaining about the latency on the secondary server side, or else on the secondary replica, if it is taking a lot of time to synchronize the data on the secondary replica, one of the troubleshooting step is we will restart the endpoints, guys. When you restart the endpoints, okay, so the data synchronization and all will be speed up, guys. So now if you see again, you just restarted the endpoint, right? So if you see now you can see synchronized state. So this is how generally you can fix in case of any synchronization issues in mirroring and in always on, guys. The same. Why? Because always on also will work same as mirroring, guys. Okay, so in the
So
always
pause and resume will not help that you did before, and
pause and resume also will help you. Pause and resume also will help you. But instead of that, see, sometimes you are using GUI, right? So pause and resume might take time. Okay, so
yeah,
instead
it
of
will
that,
take time.
yeah, it will take time. In case your CPU and memory is busy, sometimes it will take a lot of time. And if mirroring is not healthy, yeah, and if mirroring is not healthy, you'll get the error also when you do pause and resume. So it won't be successfully
The
resumed.
same thing always on also we did, for a specific database, if it is not synchronized,
Correct.
then when pause and resume.
Yeah. Yes. We'll move data moment, suspend data moment, resume data moment will do, right?
Correct.
Here you can do, yeah. Here you can do pause and resume, but that is not a good option. Okay. Instead of that, the safest option.
But basically, this option will, create this. I mean, execute this endpoint mirroring state. It will change the same thing, right? The only thing is it is GUI and we are doing in command prompt.
Correct.
I mean query.
Yes. But instead, always commands are preferable, guys, instead of GUI. Okay. Sometimes,
yeah, we can close it and we can
yeah,
stop it. Yeah.
Correct. So generally, this is one of the troubleshooting step in the mirroring as well as in the always on also. So you are going to restart the endpoints, guys, in case if the data synchronization issues are there or if any latency issues are there, you can restart the endpoints. Okay. So
So
yes.
sorry, just to understand you correctly, you're saying because sometimes we might have a issue if we try to use the resume option, especially if the we're looking at huge databases in the mirroring
Correct.
always on, correct?
Yes.
So and you're saying rather than that, we can actually use the alternative or use the workaround by just stopping and
Correct.
restarting
Restarting the
correct?
endpoints. Yes, you can do that.
And that could help with latency and
Yes, yes, that is going to speed up the synchronization.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Fine,
Sir,
guys.
can we give the name of endpoint by our own?
Yeah, you can give while configuring. I just shown you, right? You can give your own endpoint while configuring the mirroring.
Later also we can change, or it is not
Later,
possible?
no, we cannot change the endpoint. I don't think we can change it. Okay, but during the initial, okay, while configuring the mirroring, you can give your own endpoint name.
Is it possible through GUI?
Which one?
Like changing the state, like stopped and started.
Not possible. Like see, stop to stated means see the same whatever we just discussed now. Salman asked the same thing. The resume suspend both is like is the same kind of mirroring endpoints, starting endpoints, okay, stopping endpoints, resume and suspend. Okay, so there is no way to restart 1 minute. Let me do like this. Even I also never tried.
Server object.
Yeah. Let me try this. I never tried, but I don't see any option to start. Okay, you don't see any option, guys. Start and stop or restart. You don't see any option. So that is not possible. Okay, so you can do using queries, alter endpoint name that you can do using the queries. Fine. Right?
Shanmugh, sorry to ask, but I think the same endpoint will work on always on and mirroring, but in the log shipping, the endpoint is not there, right?
There is no such concept of endpoint in the log shipping. Log shipping will work based on the log backups. That is a different style. This is a different style.
Correct. But always on and mirroring will work on the same
Correct.
end.
And not same endpoints. Okay, I mean to say
We can change
concept,
it. Yeah.
concept is same. Endpoints, it will work, both will work on the endpoint concept, but you cannot use same endpoint 5022 to the always on and mirroring. Okay, so you have to change the endpoints. If mirroring is running with the 5022, you have to give 5023 endpoint for the always on.
But if the same server mirroring is running and we are configuring always on, then we need to change the endpoint.
Yes, of course,
but if it is different, then we can
server,
use.
no issues. Very common sense. See, if 5022 is already not yet used, you can use that one in the always on. If it's already allocated to one concept, then you have to use another port for the always on.
I think Sanmukh, in always on, the technology has been changed. Their picture comes to failover cluster.
I'm not getting you. Always on?
In always on, we are using failover cluster.
Correct.
And in this one, principal or mirroring, this concept is not here.
No, see, always on needs failover cluster. Mirroring doesn't need any failover cluster. Okay. So always on is different, mirroring is different. That's what the synchronization concept is same between always on and mirroring, but always on needs failover cluster. Okay, on the layer actually the group will be created as a role in the failover cluster, right? So that group is going to be failover. So that failover cluster will help you to failover the particular always on group. Okay, but in the mirroring there is no such option. Okay, so mirroring doesn't need any failover cluster.
Yeah.
Guys, don't worry, guys. We'll discuss about failover clustering in the future classes. So you'll get to know what is failover cluster and all. Don't worry, as of now, nothing. Fine, clear? Is it clear, guys? Right? Fine. Okay, then, so what we will do now, let me minimize this. Okay. So now let's jump into another concept called a replication, guys. Okay, let's jump into another concept called a replication. So till now we discussed about the log shipping and mirroring, right? So log shipping and mirroring both are which level high availabilities, guys?
Database level.
Both are database level high availability techniques, right? So listen carefully. See, replication is not difficult, guys. At the same time, it's not easy also. Okay. But if you understand the concept, the base concept, it is at least you will be good in replication, guys. I'm not saying you'll be perfect or expert in the replication, but at least you can see you'll be good in a replication, guys. Right. So before explaining the replication, I just want to ask one question, guys. Okay. So how many of you are having a reading newspaper habit, guys? Reading newspaper habit.
We've now seen how to stop, restart, modify configuration.
Tell me, guys. No one is having reading newspaper
Yeah,
habit, guys.
I'm having Sharma.
Right. So at least once in a while, not regularly, at least once in a while, someone will read the newspapers, right? Okay. Fine. Can anyone explain how this newspaper, the chain of the newspaper will work? What is the mechanism? How you are going to get the newspaper early morning today at your doorstep? How it is possible? Can anyone explain how this will work? Very simple thing, right? You know that how it is going to work.
Publisher, distributor, subscriber.
Very good.
Some
Okay.
news is going to publish, someone distribute, and someone will take the newspaper.
Subscribe. Someone is going to subscribe to the newspaper. So let me explain clearly how it is going to work. So generally, there will be a publishing house. Okay. So there will be a publishing house. 1 minute, just 1 minute. Kiran. Open చేస్తాను.
సరే.
1 minute, just 1 minute. Right. Okay. Fine. So how it is going to work, I'll tell you. Of course, you know this, but still, again, I'm going to explain. Okay. So there is a publishing house. Okay. For example, the Hindu newspaper is there. The Hindu. Okay, is the newspaper. Okay. So the Hindu newspaper will have a publishing house, right? So they'll have reporters in the field. Okay. So what reporters are going to do, guys? Reporters are going to collect the news and they are going to send it to the publishing house. The publishing house, there will be editors or sub-editors at the publishing house. Okay, why? Because field reporters will include lot of things. Okay, so they don't know how to edit the news properly. Okay, in a meaningful order, and they don't know how to take the lead, what to take the lead. They don't know. Sometimes they know, sometimes they don't know. So when the field reporters, okay, whatever news they just collected from the society, they are going to send it to the publishing house. So the publishing house, generally sub-editors will be there. Okay. Sub-editors going to collect the news through separate channel. They will have their own separate channel and they are going to edit the news accordingly. They are going to edit the news so that they are going to take the lead and they are going to edit the news in case if any unnecessary things are there. They are going to delete that unnecessary content and all, and they are going to make it a meaningful content. Right. Once the news is ready, what they are going to do? they are going to send that news to the print house. Okay, so the Hindu is the national wide paper, right? So it's a national wide paper. That doesn't mean you are going to get the newspaper every day morning from Delhi, right? You are going to get from the nearest print house, right? For example, if the Hindu newspaper, generally the offices will be located in one location. Once the news is ready, so they will have print houses across the country and they are going to send the copies, okay, the refined copies, they are going to send it to the print houses. So these print houses will be there for every state and district offices and all, it will be located. So once the news is ready, like by night 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock, they'll try to gather and they are going to edit, they are going to like create the newspaper font, everything. So once everything is ready, what will happen, guys? Once everything is ready, so the newspaper will go to the print house. 1 minute.
Recording in progress.
Right, fine. Okay, so once the news is ready, so it will be sent to the print house, and there at the print house, the newspaper is going to be printed, and this will be distributed, guys. Okay, so the newspaper is going to be distributed to multiple locations. So for each location, each either town or city, whatever it is, distributors will be there. Distributors are going to collect the newspapers. Okay, so at the distributors, generally paper boys will be there. These paper boys are going to, okay, distribute the newspapers to those who subscribe to that newspaper, guys. Not everyone is going to get the newspaper, right? Those who subscribe in a town, if 100 houses are there, if 10 people are subscribed, so these 10 people are going to get the newspaper. This is how generally a newspaper will work, guys. The same kind of concept will be there in the replication also. The same how the newspaper technology will work. In the same way, your replication also will work, guys. Your replication also will work. So in the replication, we'll call the servers as a publisher and subscriber. So this is my publisher server, guys. Publisher. Okay, so this is publisher and this is subscriber. Those who subscribed, he is called a subscriber. Okay, so this is my 10.10.10.1 server. Okay, and this is my 10.10.2 server, 10.10.10.2. Okay, right. This is my primary server, I mean to say primary server name, and this is my mirror server, right? So this is my publisher server name, guys, 01p. Okay, and this is my subscriber server name, right? 01p and 02p. I'm sorry. Right, fine. So this is the SQL server, guys. A replication is a object level feature. Okay, your log shipping and mirroring both are database level features, right? But whereas your replication is a object level feature, guys. Replication is a object level feature. What is meant by object level, guys? Table level. Okay, replication is a table level feature, guys. Replication is a table level feature. Means till now you can replicate the whole database. In the log shipping, you can replicate the whole database. In the mirroring also, you can replicate the whole database. But I have 1000 tables in my database. I don't want to replicate all the tables. I just want to replicate few tables. Okay, I just want to replicate few tables like 10 or 20 or 100. So instead of few tables, there is no meaning of replicating the whole database. Okay, and in the mirroring, we have some challenges, right? In the log shipping, we have some challenges, and in the mirroring also we have some challenges. So log shipping, again, the data synchronization will take time. Latency is there in the log shipping, and secondary will be accessible sometimes, it won't be accessible sometimes. Okay, and it will run based on the jobs, like it will run based on the SQL Server agent. If the agent is up and running, your log shipping will work, right? So these are all the major challenges with the log shipping. And in the mirroring is like the mirror database is not going to be accessible. Okay, and mirroring is just one-to-one, guys. Mirroring is one-to-one. For one principal, you can add only one mirror database. You can add multiple mirror databases. Replication, okay. First advantage with the replication is it's an object level feature. You can replicate the objects like tables, stored procedures and all using the replication concept, guys. No need to, okay, replicate the whole database. If you want only few tables, you can replicate those tables, the selected tables, using the replication concept. In the replication, we can read the data from the subscriber side. Okay, in the replication, we can read the data from the subscriber side as well. We can read the data from publisher as well as from subscriber also. And one more advantage with the replication is we can do insert, update, deletes on the subscriber side as well. Okay, we can insert the records on the subscriber side as well. So in replication, again, we have unidirectional replication, bidirectional replication, guys. Unidirectional replication, bidirectional replication. What is unidirectional replication? Changes will be replicated from the publisher to subscriber. That is called unidirectional replication, guys. Whatever changes you do on the publisher side, those changes will be replicated on the subscriber side objects. So that is called unidirectional replication. Under unidirectional replication, we have two types of replications, that is snapshot replication and transactional replication. Okay, so again we have one more type, that is called bidirectional replication. So what is bidirectional, guys? Whatever changes you do on the publisher side will be applied on the subscriber side. Whatever changes you do on the subscriber side will be applied on the publisher side. On both sides you can do changes, guys, and on both sides the changes will be replicated. So that is called bidirectional replication. So under bidirectional replication, we have merge replication and peer-to-peer replication. We have merge replication and peer-to-peer replication. Okay, so the replication also will work based on the agents. Okay, a replication also will work based on the agents. Again, guys, how the newspaper network will work in the same way. 1 minute. 1 minute. Sorry, Kiran, what happened? Right, sorry for that. Okay, right, okay. So the same, like how newspaper network will work, in the same way your replication also will work. So right here, for example, I told you, right, replication is an object level feature. Okay, so we have an extra server called distributor here. Okay, so let me add a distributor. Distributor is going to, so this is my distributor. I'll tell you guys, this is my distributor. Okay, this is my distributor. Right. same like witness, okay? But again, it is not going to be, it is not going to help to fail over and fail back, guys. I'll tell you. So where is my, yeah, arrows? Right, okay. So this is called your distributor. Distributor. So this is my publisher, guys. Okay. Publisher and subscriber, they don't generally communicate directly, guys, in the replication. Publisher and subscriber, they don't communicate directly. Okay. Through distributor only, they are going to communicate. See, for example, distributor, I told you, right? Distributor is going to be responsible person to deliver the newspapers, right? In the same way, in the replication also, this distributor is going to deliver the transactions, guys. Okay, this distributor is going to deliver the transactions. Again, I'm saying replication is a object level feature. You can replicate the selected objects like tables, stored procedures and all using the replication. A replication is going to no, it's not similar to listener. Listener is completely different. Distributor is going to be different, right? Okay, yeah. So here the specific objects, whatever specific objects are there, you want to replicate either one table or two table for replicating one or two tables or one or two objects. No need to configure either log shipping or mirroring on that particular whole database. So that why? Because in the database level feature, all the objects are going to be replicated. In the log shipping or in the mirroring, all the objects are going to be replicated. But whereas in the replication, you can choose selected objects. Those objects are going to be replicated from publisher to subscriber, guys. Okay. So publisher, what it will do, guys? Publisher publishes the publication. What publisher will do? Publisher. Okay. Publisher publishes the publication, guys. What is publication? What is publication, guys? Generally, what is publication? Forget about replication. What is publication? A newspaper is a publication, guys. A magazine is a publication. So publication contains what newspaper will have, guys? What and all things in a newspaper we can see?
Information.
News articles, right? News articles. Okay. Publication contains articles, guys. In the replication, we'll call the objects as articles, guys. Like in the newspaper, how we will call it as the article. In the same way, in the publication, I mean to say in the replication, we'll call the tables as articles. Each table is one article, guys. The terminologies are going to be different in the replication, actually. Each table is one article. So by using the publisher, you can create the publication. Okay. By using the publisher, you can create the publication, and the distributor is going to take that particular publication and it is going to be applied on the subscriber side the same way the newspaper, right? So distributor is going to collect the newspapers from the publisher and distributor is going to distribute the newspapers, right? In the same way, once the publication is ready, so distributor is going to collect the publication and he is going to distribute to the subscribers, guys. That's how the replication will work. So in the replication, we will have a shared folder, okay? Shared folder, guys. So which is called a REPL data folder. Okay, this is my REPL data folder. REPL data folder.
Like in log shipping, log ship shared folder is there.
Correct. Yeah.
But in mirroring, there is no share folder.
Yeah, yeah.
And but you know, it is object level. So if something happens on the database side, the whole database side, how it will be helpful for recovery, like database level recovery in
generally in the log shipping, secondary is not accessible, right? I mean to say, if you configure no recovery mode. Okay, in the mirroring, mirror database is also not accessible. But in the replication, there is no need of recovery. Why? Because the secondary is accessible for read and write operations. Okay.
Okay. Read and write. Yeah.
Yes, the secondary is going to allow you for read and write operations. Both operations are possible. Secondary is already ready. So again, no need to bring the secondary online like mirroring or like log shipping. The secondary is always available for the read and write operations.
So there will be no failover?
There is no failover concept in the replication. Guys, in the replication, there is no failover concept. Only in the log shipping, mirroring, clustering, and always on failover concept. In the replication, there is no failover concept. And no HA solution will allow read and write operations on the secondary side. Only in the replication, it will allow you for read and write operations on the secondary side as well. Okay, in the log shipping, it don't allow you for write operations. In the mirroring, of course, it is not allowed for read operations itself.
But in replication, your distributor server must be required, right?
Correct.
Like in mirroring a log.
Correct. Okay. So now, for example, here we have a table. Okay, table. So imagine this is my table. This you want to replicate. Okay, so this you want to replicate. For example, this is like a employee table, employee number, employee ID, and name. And location.
Shabuk, I have a question. In one organization, I have seen that there are some jobs are there which are replicating from one database server to another database server. So there is no any concept for this distributor database server. So what is this kind of replication?
I don't know what exactly you're referring. So jobs are replicating means what?
Means some jobs are defined there, and these jobs, what they are doing, they're running in a particular time basis, and they're copying from one server to another server.
What they are copying?
Data, object, table data from one primary server to secondary server.
I need more information on this. See, we can create custom jobs and all. See, for example, database refresh activity is there. So that it is going to take the backup and it is going to copy the backup and it is going to restore the database on the secondary side. Maybe if such kind of jobs are there, it will be there. Okay, so depends upon the organization requirements. They can create some custom jobs. Okay, so I cannot comment what exactly
custom job.
you're referring. Yeah. So I cannot comment without
No, actually, you are right, Shabuk, but this is actually basically another database. Database platform is different, and the job is basically the out-of-sys job. So that job is running basically, and that is copying from one database to another database.
What it is copying? Data means how it is copying through backup.
Tables. Same tables are defined in both the database, and from one database tables
that can be a custom job. Your developers maybe design that. I cannot comment what exactly.
Yes. Got it.
Yeah. Okay. So for example, see, now this is my publisher server. Listen carefully. Very simple, guys. It's very simple. Whatever we discuss, it will know the same concept will be there. So this is my publisher server. So this is the table, employee table you want to replicate. So I told you, right, publisher is responsible to create the publications. So don't think one table is going to be replicated every time. So we'll create publication using the publisher. Publication is nothing but collection of articles. Okay. So we'll create publication. So what will happen? See, we have snapshot replication as discussed, snapshot replication, and we have transactional replication. Both are unidirectional. Okay, both are unidirectional replications, and we have merge replication. Okay, we have merge replication and we have peer-to-peer replication. Both are bidirectional replication. So in every concept, in every replication, this concept is the same that we are discussing, right? So this is common, guys. What is that? So initially, a snapshot agent will be there. This snapshot agent, okay, this snapshot agent, what it will do, guys? It is going to take the backup of the publication, okay, and it will keep it inside the REPL data folder. How the data is going to be synchronized, guys? A snapshot agent will be there on your publisher side. This snapshot agent will run as per the schedule. You can schedule the agent, guys. You can schedule the agent like a job in the log shipping. And this snapshot agent, as per the schedule, it is going to run and it is going to take the backup of the publication, the whole publication. It will take the backup, guys. It will take the backup of the publication and it will keep it inside the REPL data folder. Okay. After that, there is one more agent called distributor agent. This distributor agent is going to take the publication like a log shipping, guys. There it is log backups, here it is publication, that's it. This distributor agent is going to take the publication from the publisher side, and based on the push or pull model, the publication is going to be sent to the subscriber, guys. The publication is going to be sent to the subscriber side. So first, the snapshot agent, it is going to take the backup of the publication. Publication means collection of articles that you are replicating. For example, you are replicating 10 articles. These 10 articles can be part of one publication. So your snapshot agent will take the backup of that publication and it will keep it inside the shared location called REPL data folder. This REPL data folder will be created, guys. Generally, this folder will be created during the installation itself. I'll show you that folder as well. So this will be created during the installation itself. If you go to C drive, program files, Microsoft SQL Server, okay, instance root directory, MS SQL. So you can see here REPL data folder. So this will be created during the installation of the SQL Server itself, guys. After the installation, you can see this folder. As of now, nothing is there. You haven't configured any replication, right? So you can see a blank folder, an empty folder, right? So here, your snapshot agent, which will run for a particular period as per the schedule, and it is going to take the backup of the publication, and this is going to be sent to the REPL data folder. Yes, it will be created automatically. Yeah, when you do installation, it will be created automatically. So once
sir, it will take all the article backup, means all the table or procedure backup.
It will take the publication backup. Publication contains articles.
Articles means all the tables and procedure like that.
Correct. Whatever tables you are replicating, not all the tables.
Okay.
Whatever selected tables you are replicating. For example, in my database, if 100 tables are there, if you selected 10 tables, those 10 tables will be part of one publication. This is actually snapshot transaction replication, I said, right? This is actually snapshot publication, transaction publication, merge publication, peer-to-peer publication. We have 4 different types of publications. Okay. So
can I see the script?
I'll show you.
Okay.
We are discussing initial concept only. Okay. So later I'll show you. Okay. The snapshot publication transaction, everything I'll show you. So initially, snapshot agent is going to run as per the schedule. It is going to take the backup of the articles, and it is going to, like, backup of the article means publication, and it will keep it inside the REPL data folder. And then distributor agent will access this shared location, and it is going to take the publications from the REPL data folder, and it is going to be applied on the subscriber through push or pull model, guys, through push or pull model. So I'll tell you what is push and pull model during the configuration. As of now, is it clear, guys? Very simple. So the snapshot agents will run regularly. Replication will run based on the agents. In each replication, different agents will be there. So in snapshot replication, generally we will have a snapshot agent. So what is the responsibility of the snapshot? The meaning, the name itself is saying a snapshot. It will take the snapshot of the particular publication and it will keep it inside the REPL data folder. And once that is completed, your distributor agent will take the particular publication and it will be applied on the subscriber side. Okay, so this is how the data will be synchronized from publisher to subscriber, guys. This is how the data will be synchronized from the publisher to subscriber side. Is it clear? Any questions here, guys? Any questions, doubts? No questions? Okay, so what we can do, let's take a break, guys. Come back after 15 minutes. We'll discuss, okay, snapshot replication. So the challenges of the snapshot replication and all. So then we'll quickly, tomorrow we'll discuss other replications like transactional merge and all. So we'll discuss those replications in tomorrow's session, okay? Just take a break, come back after 15 minutes, guys. We'll discuss other things. Okay, so
Shabuk, little question. How frequently that snapshot?
I'll tell you. I'll tell you.
Okay.
I'll tell you how frequently we can run, what will happen when you run the snapshot agent. We'll discuss, guys. This is the initial concept of the replication, okay? Initially, again, I'm saying, guys, replication is an object level feature. We can replicate objects like tables and stored procedures using replication. A replication will work based on the agents. Different agents will participate in working with the replication. So as discussed in the newspaper concept, newspapers, the news is going to be collected by reporters. They are going to act as agents. The news is going to be edited by editors. They are going to act as agents. The news is going to be delivered, or the newspaper is going to be delivered by using newspaper boys, paper boys. Same, how we have paper boys concept, we have agents concept to deliver the articles. Are you getting my point, guys? So how we have paper boys concept in the newspaper delivery, in the same way, here agents will play a key role in transferring the data. So for backup, one agent will take the responsibility. For data synchronization or for sending the data to the distributor, one agent will take the responsibility. To send the data from distributor to subscriber, one agent will take the responsibility. Like this, in every phase, agents are going to play a key role, guys. That's why I explained the paper example. Some agents are going to be responsible to collect the news. Some agents are going to be responsible to edit the news. Some agents are going to be responsible to deliver the newspapers. In the same way, replication also will work. Okay. So initially, a snapshot agent will take the snapshot of the publication. Again, it is not going to take the backup of each article. It will take the backup of the publication. In that publication, one article might be there. I told you, right? Publication is nothing but a newspaper. In newspaper, multiple articles will be there. Newspaper is nothing but collection of articles. So snapshot agent initially, it will start with a snapshot agent. It will take the backup of the publication that you want to replicate. So during the creation of the publication, we'll choose the articles, which and all articles you want to add in the current replication. We'll choose those articles and we'll group it together and we'll make it as one publication, whether it is snapshot publication or transaction publication or merge publication or peer-to-peer publication. Each publication will work in a different manner, guys. If it is snapshot publication, snapshot replication or snapshot publication, okay, the snapshot agent will take the snapshot of the publication. In this publication, one article can be there, 10 articles can be there, 100 articles can be there. That publication, the backup of the publication will keep it inside the REPL data folder, and distributor agent will take that backup of the publication and it is going to be applied on the subscriber side based on the push or pull model. Okay, based on the push or pull model, guys. We'll discuss what is push and pull model during the setup of the replication. Till now, this is the basic configuration of the replication, guys. Is it clear, everyone? How the data is going to be synchronized in the replication? Is it clear? The advantage of the replication is we can read the data from the subscriber and we can write the data from the subscriber, guys. So on publisher and as well as subscriber also, we can read and write the data. Okay. Snapshot is snapshot publication. This is snapshot publication, guys. Okay. Snapshot publication will work differently. Transaction publication will work differently. Merge will work differently. Like that, each publication will work in a different. But the base concept is same, guys. The base concept is same. But I'll tell you there are some challenges with the snapshot publication. Okay. So this is the base concept of the replication, guys. Any questions, please?
So read and write operation can be performed on the subscriber side, right?
Correct, correct.
But that will not reflect to the publisher side if there is a snapshot isolate.
Correct,
publication.
correct. True. So
right?
it's not like you cannot perform read
Because
and write.
Unidirectional.
Yes. It's not like you cannot perform write operations on the subscriber side. You can still perform write.
Data consistency will be not there in snapshot.
Let me complete. So it's not like on the subscriber side, you cannot write the data. You can write the data on the subscriber side also, but it is not going to be reflected towards the publisher, where in snapshot and transactional. Okay. So generally, we have to direct the developers that not to use subscriber for write operations. Okay. If you configure snapshot or transactional, you cannot block the developers for write operations on the subscriber side. They can still do the write operations on the subscriber side, but once they did any write operations on the subscriber side, the write operation, the changes that you are doing on the subscriber is not going to be replicated on the publisher. Why? Because this is just a unidirectional. Publisher to subscriber only is possible, not from subscriber to publisher. If
so
they
in
want,
that situation, if primary will fail, then those transactions will lose, right?
Correct, correct. So data inconsistency will be there. You have to check data consistency errors, allow data consistency errors and all, and you have to guide or you have to educate developers that not to use the subscribers for write operations. Okay, and you have to delete the transactions also from subscriber side.
And subscriber cannot be work as a publisher. I mean, it cannot be like primary, secondary will be primary.
No, there is no concept of role reversal in the replication, guys. In the replication, there is no concept of role reversal. In the log shipping, we have failover. We can do role reversal using failover. In the mirroring, we can do role reversal using failover. But in the replication, there is no concept of failover. So there is no concept of role reversal, guys. Any questions, please? Okay, so if no questions, let's start with the snapshot replication. Okay, so same concept, whatever we discussed, that is same concept is same, but in the snapshot replication, what will happen? Same
Only
snapshot, yes.
Tables and store procedures we can replicate?
Yes, only tables and stored procedures we can replicate. Not the whole database. You can replicate only tables and stored procedures. Okay. Right. So in the snapshot replication or snapshot publication, how it will work? The snapshot agent, as per the schedule, it will run and it will take the backup of the publication and it will keep it inside the REPL data folder. This you know, right? And the distributor agent will take the publication backup and it will be applied on the subscriber side. This also you know. But in the snapshot publication, generally, we don't prefer to use snapshot publication. Why? I'll tell you. In the snapshot publication, every time when you are applying the publication on the subscriber side, all the subscriber tables are going to be deleted and they are going to be recreated with the new publication. They are going to be recreated with the new publication, guys. That is the major challenge with the snapshot publication. Again, I am saying, for example, there are 10 tables are there in this publication. There are 10 tables are there in this publication. So you configure snapshot publication. Okay. So it was successfully configured. Right. We can schedule the snapshot agent in the snapshot publication. Imagine the snapshot agent is running for every 1 week. You can schedule for every day also. I'll show you how to schedule, where to schedule. If you schedule every day the changes are going to be replicated from the publisher to subscriber side. But generally, we don't prefer to run snapshot agent every day in the snapshot publication. Why? There is a challenge with the snapshot publication. What is the challenge? Whenever the snapshot agent is running, it is going to take the backup of the publication and the whole publication will be applied on the subscriber side. In this publication, if 10 tables are there on the subscriber side, while applying that publication, snapshot publication, it will drop all the articles and it will recreate all the articles from the scratch. Are you getting my point, guys? In the snapshot publication, based on the snapshot agent schedule, if you are running that snapshot agent for every day new publication is going to be generated, guys. No matter whether changes are there or not in the table, even though there are no changes, still it will take the backup of the existing table. For example, I have a table of employee where I have 100 records are there. I'm just giving an example with one table. So I have 100 records or else I have 1 million records are there in this employee table. Okay. So now snapshot agent, you just configured it. It has to run for every day. What will happen here, you know, every day at night 2 o'clock, imagine you scheduled for every day night 2 o'clock. Every day at night 2 o'clock, it will start. It will take the fresh copy of the employee table and it will keep it in the REPL data folder. Your distributor agent will take that copy and the distributor agent will directly apply the fresh copy on the subscriber side. On the subscriber side, if already table is created, it will delete that existing table and it will recreate from the scratch, from the record 1 onwards, it will recreate the whole 10 million records. Even though there are no changes, even though there is no single change on the publication side, still whenever snapshot agent runs, the articles will be dropped on the subscriber side and it will be recreated on the subscriber side, guys. That is the major challenge. No, we can't correct this. If you don't want, you have to go with another type of publication, which is transactional. Only changes are going to be replicated in the transactional publication. Okay, Denny? Right? So guys, is it clear, guys? What is the problem with the snapshot publication? So when snapshot agent runs, only in the snapshot publication, when snapshot agent runs, every time it is going to drop the destination article and it will recreate the article based on the new publication, even though there are no changes on the publication side. That is the problem.
Here, before going with the transaction, we should have this base as a snapshot.
No, not required. Very good question. Very good question. No, there is no base in the replication. Directly you can configure transactional. It's not mandatory to configure snapshot initially. Okay. Directly you can go with the transaction or merge or peer-to-peer or anyone. If you want, you can use only one replication. It's not mandatory to use. There is no dependency on each replication, guys. You can directly straight away, you can go with the transaction replication. The same problem can be overcome in the transactional replication. So transactional replication, initially for the first time, it will take the snapshot of the publication and the snapshot will be applied on the subscriber side for the first time. Later, if any changes are there, there is an extra agent called log reader agent. It will keep scanning the log file of the publisher database. It will replicate only the changes on the subscriber side. Okay. So where then you asked like where the snapshot replication is preferred, where there is no, I can say like generally where there is no data, like a kind of banking reports and all. Okay. So if you go for reports, a credit card report, statements kind of stuff, you can go with the snapshot replication. I generally, the use case is like where there is no changes on the data side on the subscriber, you can go for snapshot replication, guys. But again, in the organization, we don't keep it for one day. Like every day, they are not going to run, guys. So maybe depends upon the requirements. They sometimes they are going to schedule it for 1 month or 1 week. So like that, they are going to schedule snapshot replication. So unidirectional side, mostly companies will use transactional replication. Bidirectional side, companies will use merge replication, guys. So very rarely you can see snapshot, and nowadays P2P they are not using, guys. In the organizations, P2P replication.
Take this banana and pineapple.
Thank you. Thank you.
No, put the back way.
1 minute, guys. Okay.
No, for mommy kitchen the banana. Pineapple.
Right. Okay. So not banana and pineapple. My kid is playing with me. Okay. Fine, guys. So mostly unidirectional side will prefer to use transaction replication, and bidirectional side will use merge replication in the organization, guys. Okay. So very rarely, rare cases, okay, we are going to use the snapshot replication, and till now, I haven't seen P2P replication, guys. Even we are supporting, I told you, right, around 7,000 servers we are supporting. Most of the servers are configured with the transactional and merge only. Okay, so but I never seen P2P in the organization itself. I don't see whether you people are working, right? Anyone is using P2P replications in your organization, guys? I don't see nowadays people are using P2P replication, right? So this is how the snapshot and transaction will work, guys. So let's go with the demo. I'll show you the demo, whatever we discussed. We'll go with the demo first. So I'm going to use the existing database only. Either you can use Airtel or IKEA Furniture. Okay, so okay, to configure the replication. There is no prerequisites to configure the replication, like folders and all has to be created. Folders will be created, REPL data folder will be created during the installation of the SQL Server. So it's already a shared folder. You don't need to do anything on this REPL data folder. Keep it as it is. If you don't want, you can create a separate folder. I'll show you where to create. Okay. Right. Initially, before setting up the publication, I have to create a distributor for the replication, guys. Distributor. I have to create a distributor for the replication. First step is you have to create a distributor, then publisher, then subscriber. Okay. Replication is an old feature, guys. From SQL Server 2000 onwards, replication has been introduced. From SQL Server 2000 onwards, replication has been introduced. Very old feature, but companies are still using this replication feature, guys. Object level, it is the best solution. When you expand replication, you can see local publications and you can see local subscriptions, guys. As of now, there is no publication, no subscription, right? So that's why you can see empty. Okay. So let's configure the replication. So here you need a distributor server, but in my scenario, I am going to use my 01P as a distributor and publisher. My 01P will act as a distributor and a publisher as well. So I'm not going to install any third server to act as a distributor, guys. We'll use 01P itself to configure as a distributor and publisher. So what we can do, go to this primary server. Okay, this is my publisher now. Okay, so initially you have to configure distributor, right? Go to your replication folder, right click. So how to know whether replication distributor is configured or not? If distribution is configured under system databases, there will be one more
database
system database called
distributor.
distributor. This is a kind of warehouse, guys. Warehouse, say for example, Amazon is delivering lot of goods to the customers. So directly from factory, it is not going to deliver to your house, right? There will be a warehouse in between. They will send, say for example, Bangalore. In Bangalore, 10 or 20 warehouses will be there to each location. All the goods, those who like who purchase the items in that area will be delivered. Initially, will be delivered to that warehouse. From that warehouse, it will be delivered to the respective people. Okay, respective addresses. In the same way, once you configure distribution, a distribution system database will be created that will act as a warehouse for the transactions. All the transactions that has to be replicated will go to distribution database. From there, as per the push or pull model, the transactions are going to be delivered, guys. Okay, so you can see you don't see any distribution database here, right? So first let's configure a distributor here. Right click on the replication, select configure distribution option. Okay, go to next. So IKEA Hyderabad DB01P will act as my own distributor, will act as its own distributor. So if you have any third server, you can use the following server as a distributor server. You can add the third server. If you want to use 01P as its own distributor, select the first option. Okay, go to next. So this is my REPL data folder. I told you, right? You can rename the REPL data folder also, or else you can give your own location. Generally, it's already created, right? This is called snapshot folder. This is called snapshot folder. So here you can see, currently you can see nothing is there, right? In this REPL data folder, nothing is there. Once replication is configured, I'll show you some files will be created. I'll show you guys. Okay. If you don't want this folder to be created in this location, you can change the path. This is like, you can see, you can edit this path, guys. Okay. So I have only C drive, right? So I'm just keeping the same path. I'm not going to edit. I told you, right, distribution database is going to be created. So when you create a database, generally two files are going to be created, right? So this is the database name. The only system database that is going to allow you to rename is called a distribution database. In the entries, they will ask you guys, which system database will allow you to rename, which is distribution database. Master, model, MSDB, TempDB, you cannot rename, guys. But distribution database, you can rename. I can add underscore, okay, something like IKEA. I can add underscore IKEA. I can rename the distribution database, guys. Okay. So the only system database that is going to allow you. So I'll keep it as it is, guys, as of now. So when you are creating a database, of course, data files will be created in one location, log files will be created in another location, right? You can give the data file location, log file location, or if you want keep it in the same location, you can just give the same path. I'm not changing any path, guys. I'm going to keep it as it is. Go to next. So publisher 01P is going to act as a publisher and distribution database is going to be created, guys. You can just go to next and you can go to next. Okay, this is distribution, right? And you can go to next and finally you can click on finish, guys. Okay, just click on finish to complete the distribution configuration. taking time. Right, okay, so distribution is configured, guys, close it. So now if you see here under system databases, you can just refresh, you can see extra database called distribution database, okay? You can see that distribution is created, okay, fine. So only on principal or publisher you will configure distributor, guys. No need to configure it again in the subscriber and all. Now we are using publisher as a distributor, right? So that's why we'll create a distributor first. So don't think for every server we are going to create distributor. No, only one distributor, okay? Fine. So now let's create a publication, guys. Go to replication. The next step is you have to create a publication, new publication. Okay, new publication wizard. Next, you can choose either Airtel database or IKEA Furniture, whatever you want, you can choose, guys. Okay, so go to next. Now you can see, right? I told you 4 types of publications: snapshot publication, transactional publication, peer-to-peer, and merge publication. Okay, you can see here, I am going to create a snapshot first. Okay, go to next. So now it is going to ask you to select the objects, guys. Which objects you want to create, you want to replicate. Okay, so now I have tables. Okay, so I can select the tables, guys. The beauty of the replication is, can anyone tell me what is the beauty of the replication?
We can replicate row wise
Replicate
also,
as it is.
column wise.
Yeah.
Correct, guys. Okay, so you can replicate individual columns also. It's not mandatory. If you want, you can replicate the whole table, or else you want to replicate a few columns. Okay, you don't want to replicate all the columns, you just want to replicate few columns. You can still replicate few columns on the publisher side, guys. If you have 200 columns, you want to replicate 10 or 20 columns or 2 or 3 columns, whatever columns you want to replicate, you can replicate, guys. Not only column level, a replication is a record level high availability feature, guys. For example, if you go now in my scenario, I'm going to replicate the whole table. Okay, so select the table you want to replicate. I have only one table in this database, so that's why I'm able to see customers table. If you have multiple objects, you can see multiple objects. What and all objects you want to replicate, you can choose those objects, guys. In this scenario, only one table is there. Later, I'll show you how to add the articles to the publication. Okay, so there is a task called adding articles to the existing publication. So this is a regular task we'll get in the organization. I'll show you how to add the articles to the existing publication. Okay, so I have only one table. I just selected. If you want to select a specific columns also, you can select, guys. Instead of the whole table, you want to replicate a specific columns also, you can select the specific columns using that option. So go to next. Here you can see filter table rows. You can add a where condition. Say for example, I have like employees across the globe. Okay, I want to replicate all the employees from India, or I want to replicate all the employees from US, from UK, from Japan, Singapore, whatever I want. I'm just giving one example, guys. You can replicate as per your condition. Here simply you have to add select star from employees where location is equal to India. If you add here, it will replicate only the employees belongs to India on the subscriber side. So on the publisher side, you can see 2 lakhs employees. Okay, on the subscriber side, you can see 10,000 employees. Why? Because if you apply any where condition on the subscriber, you can still apply where condition. So replication, as I said, it's a table level, it's a column level, it's a record level also, it's a row level feature also. You can replicate only specific rows based on your where condition satisfaction, guys. Okay, if the where condition is satisfied as per your condition, so only those records are going to be replicated. So it's not mandatory if publisher is having 100 records, So subscriber also should have 100 records. It's not like that. If they configured complete replication, yes, publisher is having 100 records, means subscriber also should have 100 records. But if they add any where condition as per the filtering, the records are going to be synchronized on the subscriber side, guys. Is it clear? So replication is the object level, record level, and even column level also. You can replicate specific columns, or you can replicate a specific records also using replication feature. For that, you have to simply add where condition here. Clear, guys? Right? So cancel. I'm going to go to next. So create a snapshot immediately and keep the snapshot available to initialize subscription. And schedule the snapshot. Okay, you can choose this and you can choose this also. If you schedule as of now occurs every day, every 1 hour it is going to occurs, guys. So what is the problem if you plan like this in the snapshot replication? What is the problem here, guys? What is the problem here?
There is no change also with the game replicated.
Yes, the data, the tables are going to be dropped on the subscriber side, guys. So users can't access the tables on the subscriber side. If you schedule this agent for every 1 hour, every 1 hour the table is going to be dropped. Imagine if the table is having 1 million records, to write 1 million records again from scratch will take more than 1 hour, right? Right? So subscribers can't access the tables from the subscriber side. Users can't access the tables from the subscriber side. Why? Because every 1 hour it is dropping the table on the subscriber, means who can access the tables? No one can access, right? So that's why we don't prefer to set up every 1 hour. So you can change it. You can just click on the change button like a job. You can just change everyone daily or weekly whenever you want. Okay, weekly on Sunday at night, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Okay, like this, whenever you want, you can schedule, guys. This is how you can change the schedule. Go to next. Snapshot agent. I told you, right? Snapshot agent is responsible for taking the snapshot of the publication. So here you have to give your snapshot agent. Your service account is going to work as a snapshot agent. Go to security, go to logins, make sure a service account login is created with the sysadmin permissions. Copy this service account login and paste it here in this agent. Okay, click on security settings. Sometimes people are going to choose run under SQL Server agent. You can choose this also. Why? Because in my scenario, SQL Server database engine is running with the same service account and agent is also running with the same service account. So you can either manually give the service account, guys, right? You can see here the service account, right? Agent and database engine both are running with same service account. So you can give the, if both are same, you can choose the below option, run under SQL Server agent service account. If it is different, you can choose this option and you can give the domain account. See here, you have to give the domain account and you have to give this service account password, guys. You have to give this service account password. Okay, right. Okay, fine. It is going to connect to the publisher using the same account details by impersonating the process account. This is called the process account, guys. So by impersonating the process account, it is going to connect to the publisher, guys. Click OK and go to next and generate script. I don't want a script. You can go to next and you can give a name, guys. Okay, so this is my IKEA snapshot, right? Snapshot publication, snapshot pub. Okay, so I'm just giving name like this and click finish, guys. So now I'm just creating it is creating a publication, guys. So now see here, adding article 1 of 1. Once it just created the publication, now it is adding articles to the publication and then it will start the agent, guys. Now it is starting the agent, done. Okay, so snapshot is created, right? Next, let's create the subscriber. So where I have to create the subscription, guys? Publisher or subscriber?
Subscriber.
So in my scenario, in our scenario, I'm going to use 02p as a subscriber, guys. Okay, as of now, nothing is created in this 02p. Local publications, no. Local subscriptions, no. So let's add a new subscription. And here, what I'm going to do, guys, go to next. Okay, what is your publication server? Hyderabad server, right? HYD. Click on this, connect to find SQL Server publisher. Connect to 01p, click connect button. You can see what and all created publications are there. Just now we created this publication. So make sure you select this publication. Go to next and see here, guys. You can see distribution agent location. Okay, distribution agent location. So we have two models here, push subscription, pull subscription. Again, I'll give you the same example, guys. You have to tell me which one is good, okay? So push and pull, how it will work. Push means if you subscribe to a newspaper, every day that paper boy will come to your home in the early morning and he is going to push the newspaper, guys, right? He is going to push the newspaper. That is called push model. Pull model, you are not a regular reader. You just want to occasionally you are going to read it. Very often you are going to read the newspaper. So you don't want to subscribe to the newspaper. Very rarely will read it, right? What you will do in that scenario? What you will do in that scenario? You haven't subscribed newspaper, but you want to read the newspaper. What you will do?
Neighbors.
You will go to any shop and you are going to buy the newspaper, right?
We will ask our neighbor.
We will ask our neighbors or whatever. The general condition is, for example, neighbors also, he also don't have any reading newspaper habit. They also don't have any newspaper habit. So what you will do in that case? You have to read it. What you are going to do? Earlier, whether you remember or not, earlier we used to get the results in the newspaper, right? In the paper, we used to get the results. The education, like whatever your plus 2, whatever, like not graduation, matriculation. So these results you used to get in the newspaper. So definitely you have to buy the newspaper and you have to read it. During those days, it's very demand. Okay, so whatever newspapers are there, completely they are going to be sold out. So you don't find any newspapers. Why? Because the demand is huge. So if you are not a regular reader, if you are not subscribed to the newspaper, what you have to do? You have to go out, you have to go to any shop and you have to buy the newspaper. So physical strain, you have to go, you have to check in which location newspaper is available. You have to buy. Sometimes you have to buy with extra money, right? Definitely it will be like extra charged. So that is called pull model. Push model and pull model. Okay, push model means automatically the newspaper will come to your home, so there is no strain. Pull model means you have to go out, you have to search and you have to buy the newspaper, so you will have some strain. Which one is good, push or pull model? Which one is good, guys? Push model or pull model?
Based on interest.
Yeah. If you're not reading every day, then yeah.
Yes, correct. Okay, so here the continuously data is going to be synchronized, right? So in this scenario, see, every day if you are reading the newspaper, it's better to go with the push model, right? Right or not, guys? So every day it's not good to ask the neighbors to give the newspaper and all. It's not good to go out and it's not good to buy newspaper for extra money, right? So the data synchronization is like happening regularly. So in this scenario, which model is good, guys? Push model or pull model? In push model, performance is good, guys. Why? Because there will be no extra strain. Okay, in pull model, again, the subscriber have to request the distributor, hey, do you have any changes? Like Salman said, right? I'll ask my neighbors, right? You have to ask your neighbors, right? In the pull model, subscriber will ask distributor, hey, do you have any changes? Do you have any changes? Do you have any changes? It will create unnecessary network burden. So performance will be degraded. If you choose push model, automatically, as you subscribed, automatically changes will be applied on the subscription side. So no need to wait. So performance is good in push model, guys. So that's why generally we'll choose push model in the organization. So choose push model. You can see push subscriptions and you can see pull subscriptions. So let's choose push subscriptions, guys, and go to next. Now my subscription database, where you are going to replicate the data. So I don't see any extra databases. This is like read only. I cannot do anything here. This is restoring state, which is already participating. So I'm sorry, I can create a new database, or using this window itself, I can create a new database. Okay. subscription database where the data has to be synchronized. Click on the drop down. Okay, so new database I'm going to use. I'm going to create a new database from this wizard onwards. I'll name this as a rep sub, a replication subscriber. Okay, rep sub. So I'm just going to click OK. So this is my destination database. To this database, the data has to be synchronized. Okay, you can add multiple subscribers, guys. Replication is one to many. You can add multiple subscribers. For one publication, you can add multiple subscribers. Okay, right. In case if you want to add extra subscribers and all, you can add using this button and go to next. And here I am going to use the process account. This is my distribution agent, right? So I have to give the service account. So here you can choose run under following service account, Windows account. I have already copied the service account. So I'm going to give the service account here and the service account password. I'm not giving a new password, guys. While creating this account, what password I gave, that password only I'm giving here. Okay. Or else you can choose run under agent service account. So you don't ask any password in that scenario. So this distributor is going to connect to distributor using these account details. So it has to connect, right? It is going to connect to the subscriber using these details. So this login should present in the principal as well as in the, I mean to say publisher as well as in the subscriber. If you see here, using this login details, it will connect to the distributor. What is my distributor? 01P is my distributor. So in 01P, make sure that login is created, okay, that you are giving, that you are using as a service account or agent, okay, and the same account is going to connect to the subscriber also. Connect to distributor, connect to subscriber. Which account they will use, guys, to connect to distributor and subscriber? This account it will use. So make sure this account is created in the publisher, distributor and subscriber, guys. Okay, click OK. Done. Go to next. It has to run continuously. Go to next, and immediately it has to initialize. Go to next, and no need of any script for me. Go to next, and finally you can finish, guys. So now it is creating a subscription.
So Shanmugh, in the transaction replication, because the changes, what are the changes happen on the publisher, that only reflect on the subscriber, right?
Yes.
So in that scenario, full subscription will be beneficial, right?
I'm not getting the question. What it means? Subscription will be beneficial means?
I mean, pull and push, there is a two-way to subscribe the data from publisher, right?
Okay.
So if there is no changes, or there is when there is a changes in the transaction replication, then the pull option will be better or push?
Depends upon the transactions. So that we cannot confirm. The developers has to confirm how frequently the transactions are coming.
Only those transactions.
Changes. See, if you are having continuous changes, definitely you don't get a single change for the whole day, right? You're getting my point? If you have continuous transactions, what you will do? Push is good or pull is good? The thing is, it has to write the data. It has to transfer the data. So if you don't have huge traffic, if you have limited traffic or less traffic, go with pull. If you feel that you have huge traffic, lot of transactions are coming, go with push. Right. Okay. So this was created, guys. Now you can see on the subscriber side, okay, rep sub is created, that we have already created during the replication. And if you go to tables, you can see the table. Okay, you can see the table customers is created, and you can access this table. This is actually 02P, which is subscriber. You don't see any mode here. Okay, for mirroring and all, you can see, okay, standby state or else restoring synchronized state, mirror state kind of thing. But the replication that is participating, why? Because this is object level, this is not database level, right? You don't see any state here. Okay, so you can directly access the secondary database, new query, and you can run select star from customers, alt X. Okay, I can see 5 records here, guys. So if you insert any records in this table, so in which database it was created, guys? Which database? I guess Airtel database, right? Customer is created in the Airtel database only, right? So I just created replication on the principal database, guys. It's not mandatory that you can create only on principal. On any database you can create. It should be accessible. That's it. Okay, so now I am going to, so this is my principal, select star from Airtel dot customers. Okay. So if you execute this query, you can see 5 records. So now I'm inserting on, this is my publisher, guys, 01P. You can see here, this is my 01P, and this is my subscriber, which is 02P. Right, I'm inserting one record, insert into customers. Sorry. So I can directly give this Control C, Control V, insert into table name values. Okay, I'm just inserting 6th record, guys. 6th record. Any name, okay, any name, like for example Smith, okay, and 200 Mbps. This is also varchar, right? Right, you are inserting the record on the publisher side, guys. Now on the publisher side, you can see 6 records. Okay, 6 records. Already 5 records are there. On the subscriber side, you can see 5 records. Okay, so let's execute. Can I see 6th record, guys, on the subscriber side? This is my subscription 02P, and you can even see the database also rep sub. Okay, so now tell me, on if I execute now, how many records I can see? 5 or 6 records?
6 actually.
6, huh?
5
only. 5 or 6? Type your answers quickly, guys. We don't have time. Type your answers quickly. 5 or 6 records you can see quickly. Only 2 answers I got. Okay.
It's in replication side, right, Shanmugh?
Yes.
You're asking. Okay.
Okay, fine. Okay, everyone is saying 5 except Anu. Okay, so not sure why, Anu, why it is 6 records?
That's what we said, right? Like whatever we write, it will get reflected at the replication site, but not in the.
Not in?
Depend on the timing, I mean the schedule.
Okay.
So when it was scheduled, actually, when the snapshot agent was scheduled, when the data will be replicated in the snapshot replication. When the snapshot agent runs, then only it will take the new publication, right? So when the snapshot agent will run, how frequently it will run in this scenario? In this scenario, how frequently your snapshot agent will run? Just now we have configured. We gave one schedule. When? Anyone remember that schedule?
I think so. 1 day or
Yes.
7 days.
Sunday. It was scheduled every week, and I have selected Sunday. So tomorrow, when the snapshot agent runs, then the 6th record is going to be replicated on the public subscriber side. Until then, you can see only 5 records. How to fix this one? I want to replicate immediately. How can we fix this one? So you know that if you run snapshot agent, it is going to be fixed, right? You know that. And if you see here, I told you, right? This is my replication subscriber. And if you go to tables, if you go to this table, right click properties, you can see the date and time when it was created, date created. We can see here. So when it was created, actually 9:30 and 9:31. Okay, 9:30 is the date, 9:31 is the time. Okay, now what is the time? 9:38. So you know that when you run the snapshot agent, the data is going to be synchronized. This snapshot agent is going to run tomorrow. Every Sunday it will run. So whatever Sunday changes, the whole 1 week changes will be replicated on Sunday night, guys. You schedule like that. You can schedule every 1 hour also. But I told you, right, what is the challenge if you schedule every 1 hour in the snapshot replication? If you schedule every 1 hour, what will happen in the snapshot replication?
No, it will replicate the.
It will
Drop and
delete
recreate the table.
Without any changes also.
we can create a new table. Yeah. New
So it will drop the existing table on the subscriber side and it will create the new table on the subscriber side. Okay. So let me show you how to run the agents manually. For this, we are going to use one tool called Replication Monitor. There is an option called, like we have mirroring monitor is there, right? In the same way, we have launch Replication Monitor. So I'm sorry, using this launch Replication Monitor, you can see, okay, all the publications that you have configured, okay, and you can see the agents also. So this is my publication. Currently, this subscription is running. And if you go to agents tab, you can see the snapshot agent. When it last run, guys, 9:22:58 p.m. Okay, fine. So now I am running this manually. Right click, start agent. Okay, now listen carefully. Initializing, you can see initializing. So now it is initializing 100% snapshot generated. And now if you go and check the subscription side, you can see 5 records, right? If you execute, you can see 6th record also. And if you go and check the table on the subscriber side, this is the table, right? Just refresh this tables folder and just go and check the properties of this table. Last time it is showing 931, now it is showing 939. Just now we ran the snapshot agent, right? So immediately it is showing 939. Now there are no changes, right? Shanmukh, you said even though there are no changes, still it will drop and recreate, right? What is the proof? What is the time it is showing now? 9:39. The table is created 9:30, 9:39, right? So now let me show you this. I can run now also.
And
Okay,
contain
but
any history of this thing? Shamukh, like history, like
sorry,
history for this thing?
history.
Like the old file got deleted.
I'll show you. I'll show you. Okay. So now again I'm going to run this agent, guys. Okay. It ran last time. It ran at 9:39, 45 seconds, right? Again I'm going to run this agent. There are no changes now. Earlier at least one record is added. Earlier one record is added. Now there are no changes. Okay. Now it ran at 9:41, 23 seconds. Now if you go down, if you refresh this, okay, now you can see the table when it was created. Go to properties, and if you see here 941. Earlier it was 939 if you remember. Now it was 941, guys. So even though there are no changes, whenever snapshot runs, the subscriber table will be dropped and it will be recreated on the subscription database, guys. So this is the major challenge with the snapshot replication. Okay, fine, guys. Right.
Yeah.
So is it clear, everyone? Huh? See?
Yes.
Guys, is it clear? Sorry, I'm just talking with my baby. Huh?
Can you please run this select command on like publication once?
What you are expecting, Anu?
I don't know. I'm just thinking. I don't know.
What you see? Same thing. You can see same records. 6 records only. You don't see any other thing challenges. You don't see any other changes and all.
Got it. Thank you.
Okay, fine. So that's how the snapshot replication is going to work, guys. And when you create snapshot replication, not only snapshot, any replication, under REPL data folder, one folder will be created again, UNC folder. Again, it will create a folder with a type of replication. And here you can see a date and timestamp. Whenever you run the snapshot, every time it will create a date and timestamp folder. Initially you ran it at 9:23. You can see 21:23. Then you ran at 9 to 39. You can see 2139, 24-hour format. Again, after that, you just ran the snapshot agent. Again, you can see 2141. So every folder, if you open 4 files, it will create, guys. Okay, we'll discuss these things tomorrow. Okay, fine, guys. Right, so that's it for today. We'll connect tomorrow at 7 a.m. IST and we'll discuss the other pending things, guys. Okay, chalo. Any questions before closing the session? Any questions, guys, before closing the session?
Sir, I have a question.
Please.
Is there any jobs are created?
Yes, of course. Replication will run based on the jobs only. Lot of jobs will be created.
What are the jobs?
You can see here. Agent history cleanup, database. This is mirroring. Okay. Distribution cleanup, expired subscription. This one. Around 10 jobs will be created when you configure the replication.
Each one has individual purpose.
Yes. Okay.
So
Fine.
any major job, if it is stopped, the replication will break or something.
All jobs are important. If it is not important, it will be disabled automatically. See, I didn't disable any job. All jobs are important for the replication, for the synchronization.
Oh.
All jobs has to be up and running. If it no need to run, then it will be disabled automatically. Okay, this job is disabled. This is a replication job.
Yeah, my intention was if you face any issue during any of the job, that replication cause any issue, any specific job, or
No, I don't feel like that. I feel like all jobs are important. Only specific job you have to go and check, not like that. All jobs are important. Okay. Yeah. So that's it for now, guys. Tomorrow we'll connect and we are going to discuss other replications, like we'll cover transaction and merge replication. Okay, so that's it for now. Okay, we'll connect tomorrow at 7 a.m. IST. Thank you all. Good night, good day. Bye, guys.
Thank you.